ng isang kliyente.
We're pushing the candidate. So, marami kaming services boosting.
Sa ilalim niya, meron siyang 500 trolls. Ang bawat isa may 100 hanggang 200 na mga fake account.
Because
Ang fake news ay nagdudulot ng fake public opinion. Nakakamatay.
What do you do when the president lies? Then it's repeated a million times.
Proteksyonan ang demokrasya, ilantad ang fake news, ilahad ang pawang katotohanan lamang.
Critically acclaimed film about one woman's fight.
I'm Maria Ressa.
Maria Ressa carries the torch of press freedom in a country held in thrall by a populist president.
It's gonna be bloody.
The government be held accountable.
The charges against Ressa were aimed at intimidating those who challenged Duterte's rule.
This is not the Philippines I knew, and I...
Ikaw, ako, tayong lahat ay may karapatan at obligasyon ipagtanggol ang tunay, tapat at malinis na pamamahayag batay sa totoo. Magandang gabi sa lahat at andito na naman po si Arturo Garcia para mag-broadcast hinggil sa kalagayan ng West Philippine Sea ngayong September 2022. Ayon sa ulat ni Helen Flores ng Philippine Star, the Marcos administration will study the proposal to conduct joint oil and gas exploration with China in the West Philippine Sea. Malacanang announced this last Tuesday, August 30. Sabi naman ni Press Secretary Trixie Cruz, we will study it for now. As if the matter was tackled during the cabinet meeting on Tuesday, Angeles replied, when it comes to foreign relations, especially those involving contracts, we need advice from the Department of Foreign Affairs. Ibinalita rin na sinabi ni former Chinese ambassador to the Philippines, Liu Jiangchao, he has expressed hope that the Marcos administration would continue the joint oil and gas discussion with China in the West Philippine Sea. I hope the discussions will continue, and I hope both sides will demonstrate some kind of flexibility without prejudicing each other's claim on their own position so that the cooperation could happen, Liu said over the weekend. Liu, currently the chairman of the International Department of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of China, in his statement with the dialogue with the media organized by the Chinese Embassy in Manila. Maalalang last June, former Foreign Affairs Secretary Teodoro Locsin announced that the discussion between the Philippines and China to jointly explore for oil and gas in the West Philippine Sea has been terminated. Meanwhile, Marcos met with Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi in Malacanang in July. During the meeting, Wang Yi extended the Chinese President Xi Jinping's invitation for Marcos to visit China. Yun ang usap-usapan nila ng China. Kaya yan, malaking problema idudulot yan. Kasi, napakalawak ng usapin, maraming problema na kailangan lutasin. Marcos' predecessor, Rodrigo Duterte, cultivated warm ties with Beijing, but his administration continued to protest China's encroachment and harassment of fishermen in the West Philippine Sea. China continued to ignore the July 12, 2000 ruling of the Hague-based Permanent Court of Arbitration, which affirmed Philippines' exclusive economic zone in West Philippine Sea and nullified Beijing's claim over almost the entire South China Sea. Pag tinanggap ng Pilipinas ang joint exploration, talagang malaking problema yan. Kasi ibig sabihin noon, itinatakwil niya ang Hague ruling. Kaya dapat, bago pumasok si Bunggit, Marcos, sa kontrata sa China, talagang pag-aralan niya ng gusto yan. O kung hindi, talagang sasabog sa mukha niya yan, pakikipagkaibigan niya sa China. Magawin naman tayo sa kaugnayan na usapin, no? Meanwhile, the Philippine Coast Guard and the United States Coast Guard will hold a joint search and rescue operation in the West Philippine Sea on Saturday. The U.S. Coast Guard cutter Midget, which an estimated 200 officers and crew arrived at Bamakapagal Terminal in Manila's South Harbor last Tuesday. Around 100 PCG personnel aboard the BRP Gabriela and BRP Malabigo will participate in the drill. Ang ibig sabihin ng BRP, barko ng Republika ng Pilipinas. 2 barko yan ng Coast Guard. Alam niyo ba ang Coast Guard? May sariling barko yan. Pero ang Coast Guard, hindi lumalayo sa baybay. Kaya at ang nagpapatrol naman, dahil mas malawak ang baybay sa West Philippine Sea, lalo na sa exclusive economic zone nito, ay ang Philippine Navy, mga barko ng Philippine Navy. PCG Fleet Commander Rear Admiral Charlie Nanches said that 2 possible venues are being considered as the site for the exercise. Lubang Island in Occidental Mindoro and the West Philippine Sea in Zambales. Siyempre, yan ang Scarborough Shoal na madalas pinapatrolya ng China at tinataboy ang ating mga mangisda. PCG spokesperson Commodore Armando Balilo said they are leaning toward the SAREX or Joint Search and Rescue Exercise in Lubang Island in Occidental Mindoro. The U.S. has been providing training to the PCG personnel and donated equipment to the Philippines. This is the 3rd time that the PCG and USCG will be holding SAREX. The first 2 drills took place in 2019 and 2020. U.S. Ambassador Mary Kay Los Carlson welcomed the U.S. Coast Guard vessels in Manila, saying there are no stronger reflection of the bilateral alliance than the visit and exchange between our uniformed services. The U.S. Coast Guard is a vital and growing part of the interaction, and we plan to expand the Coast Guard engagement in the Philippines over the months and years to come, Carlson added. U.S. Coast Guard cutter midget skipper Willie Carmichael said they are looking forward with the joint exercise with the Philippine Coast Guard. Yun ang balita kasi ngayon lang naging aktibo sa loob ng nakaraang 3 taon mula 2019 2020 walang nangyari noong 2021 at ngayon ang ikatlong exercise 2022 kasi magulo pa noon ang relasyon ng Pilipinas at ng United States. Alam nyo naman, pasumpong-sumpong si Duterte. Kesyo, puputulin na raw niya ang BFA. Hindi naman niya ginawa. At ngayon, mukhang kumikiling si Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Nakakaiba doon sa approach ni Duterte sa US. Ituloy din natin ang mga balita. The European Union has expressed its full support toward promoting and ensuring peace and order in the disputed waters of the South China Sea. The European Union Ambassador Lou Veron met with the Department of National Defense Officer in Charge, Senior Undersecretary Jose Faustino last week at Camp Aguinaldo. Veron and Faustino both agreed to the present preservation of freedom of navigation in the South China Sea. Veron and Faustino said, peaceful settlement of disputes must be pursued with the EU official ensuring that these principles remain in line with EU Indo-Pacific strategy. Faustino welcomed the increasing engagement of the European Union in the region and look forward to working with the EU in the future. Kasi binalaan na ng European Union ng ang Pilipinas Kapag hindi nito pinagbuti ang kanya record sa human rights, malamang maalis ang pribilehyo ng Pilipinas sa general preference sa mga produkto nito at mawawala ang ating pribilehyo sa mahigit 7,000 produkto ng Pilipinas. Ibig sabihin magbubuwis na tayo sa European Union samantalang libre ito nung sumusunod pa tayo sa guidelines ng European Union. At ibig sabihin nito mawawalan tayo ng mahigit 2 bilyong euros o mahigit 2 bilyon dolyar kapag hindi natin pinagbuti ang ating record sa human rights. Ayon pa sa balita, both officials also welcome the positive development in the bilateral relations between the EU and the Philippines as well the EU interest in defense, security, cooperation, and with partner countries in the ASEAN region. Veron also shared the EU's political commitment to working with the ASEAN and look forward to receiving the Philippine delegation for the commemoration of the 45th ASEAN EU anniversary in Brussels, Belgium in December. Yun ang balita. Alam naman natin ang EU partner niyang United States Kaya mahigpit ang kooperasyon ng US at ng EU. May mga bansa nga ng EU, lalo na ang Quad, yung bagong alyansa ng India, Australia, Japan at ng United States na nagpapatrol sa West Philippine Sea, sa Indian Ocean at sa mga bahagi ng rehiyon na tinatawag na Indo-Pacific. Kaya 3 balita yan sa isang pagkakataon. Lahat kaugnay ng West Philippine Sea. Ang partnership ngayon ng US at ng Pilipinas sa pagte-training ng Coast Guard ng Pilipinas ang partnership ng EU at ng Pilipinas. Pero sa kabilang panig naman, ang pag-iisip ng rehimeng US Marcos II na magkaroon ng joint exploration ng West Philippine Sea. Pero sinasabi pa nila, study. Pinag-aaralan pa raw. Kaya wala pang katiyakan nito. Kaya bibigyan lang natin ng babala ang mga mamamayan ng Pilipinas, ang ating mga tagapakinig, na mahalagang development ito sa West Philippine Sea. Lalo-lalo na ang West Philippine Sea ay isang tinatawag na plus point sa relasyon ng US at China, lalo-lalo na at nagsasagawa ng live military firing ang People's Republic of China sa Taiwan Straits. Kaya muli, bago ko magtapos, binabati natin yung mga taga-subaybay natin. Sila Ion Fletcherham, si Ruby Grace Baltasar, si Amado Pabian, si Eugenio Aloba, si Birhen Didam, si Marie Al Aquino, Brigida De Jesus, David D, si Michael Bonifacio, si Mirna Edem, si People Matet, si Manuel de los Santos, si Brian Talia, si Nessie Ocampo, si Dolores Ortega, at si Bioli Reyes. Papasalamat kami sa inyong walang sawang pagsubaybay at inaasahan namin patuloy kayong magla-like, mag-share, magpapalo. Palaganapin natin itong vlog na ito. Itong talakayan natin sa mga mahalagang issue sa Pilipinas at dito sa Amerika. Muli, bumabati ako ng advance Merry Christmas at Happy New Year sa mga kasamahan natin dyan sa Pilipinas. Gayon din, gusto ko lang makiramay sa pamilya ng kaibigan natin at kasama, isang aktivista nung panahon ng martial law na namatay sa Pilipinas, si Lolit Ledo. Nakikiramay din tayo sa pagyao ng isang beauty queen at fighter na si Nelia Sancho na sumakabilang buhay. Ang kanyang lamay ngayon ay magaganap sa Quezon City. Kami po ay taos-puso nakikipagdalamhati sa kanyang mga pamilya at mga kaibigan. Gayon din, ipinapaalam po natin sa lahat ang pagyao ng ating kasama at kaibigan, si Romy Binipayo, dito sa San Francisco. Nakikiramay po kami sa kanyang balo na naiwan, si Charito Binipayo. Isa po siya, masugid na tagapagtaguyod ng Philippine-American Human Rights Alliance sa San Francisco. Kaya muli, ito po ang inyong kaibigan at kapatid, Arturo Garcia, nagpapaalam sa inyo, patuloy kayong sumabaybay sa Para, sa Nomad, sa nagkakaisang oposisyon labang kay Duterte at sa Facebook. Padayon at maraming salamat, and may the rest of the evening may be pleasant for everybody. Thank you very much. Maraming salamat po at magandang gabi sa inyong lahat.